Hey, this is Marilyn Gigliotti.
Hey, this is Brian O'Halloran.
Hey, everybody. My name is Scott Schiaffo, actor best known as the Chulies Gum Guy from the film Clerks.
And welcome to Clerks Minute.
You're listening to Clerks Minute.
And I'm not even supposed to be here today.
Hello everyone and welcome back to Clerks Minute, the show where we look back to 1984 Kevin Smith classic, one video store heaven minute at a time. I'm Blake.
I'm Kyle.
And we're back here with minute number 62 of our movie, and we have a lot to talk about, which is a good thing. First of all, there's one thing I forgot to mention from Rick Darris before we, our last minute, we were talking about legal stuff, and I forgot to mention something. He was wearing a sweatshirt that said the Sweat Box in Highlands, New Jersey, which is the gym. And apparently the gym is no longer in Highlands, New Jersey. It is now located in Garfield, New Jersey, which is my hometown, which is pretty weird. So that's that. The other piece of information of note, right at the top of this scene, we had Heather go and say, let's go to the beach. Am I right?
Yeah.
So, according to this, in the original script, Darris talks about taking girls to the beach so they can have sex. The dialogue is removed, which resulted in Heather suggesting to go to the beach making little or no sense in the final cut. So, there you go. That's a couple of extra things before we move on.
Although, to be quite honest, I think we could probably probably figure that one out.
So, alright, now we go to Big Choice Video. This was shot at Choice Video, a major area video store that closed down by the time the recording of the commentary track that we're getting our notes from. And boy, was Mr. Randal really happy to be here. Before we go over there, Caitlin showed up, but we haven't seen her yet. Well, we'll get to Caitlin when we come back from the video store. So, me and Kyle did our best. We paused the screen, did our damnedest to actually write down as many movies as we can see. Apparently, the first screen we saw, we were actually stuck in the J and K section. We'll do it like we did it the last time, where I'll just run off movies and Kyle can get some quick notes on these movies. So here we go. We start with the classic JFK.
The Oliver Stone movie with Kevin Costner, which basically popularized the conspiracy theory about the JFK assassination.
Kickboxer 2.
Direct-to-video action flick with Sasha Mitchell from Step by Step.
Really? I didn't know that. Yeah. Kickboxer 3, The Art of War.
Basically the same thing with the Kickboxer 2.
Why is there a third? Why was there a third?
Because apparently 2 did well enough.
It's like Three Ninjas. Why was there so many Three Ninjas movies? You know?
Well, thankfully it died after High Noon at Mega Mountain.
True. All right. Killer Image.
When Max Oliver learns his photographer brother has been killed, he suspects it was no random murder, and when he finds his brother's last photos of a powerful senator and a prostitute, Max gets a clear picture of a deadly political cover-up. Seeking to expose his brother's killer, Max enters a murderous game of cat and mouse, stalked by a cold-blooded assassin who has Max dead in his sights.
Okay, then. Killer Nerd.
A shot-on-video comedy horror flick with Toby Ratloff, best known as the archetypal nerd. A lot of you would probably have seen him in Terry Swigoff's American Splendor.
Okay. Kill Cruise.
A movie that's now in the public domain with Jurgen Prochnow, Patsy Kensit, and Elizabeth Hurley as members of, Prochnow is the captain of a ship who winds up rescuing 2 women there, and basically tensions escalate between the 3 of them until then boils over into murder.
Kid.
A revenge flick with C. Thomas Howell.
Kafka.
Kafka? It's a biopic about Franz Kafka.
Okay. Who's Franz Kafka?
Franz Kafka is an author best known for Metamorphosis. Basically for constructing these sort of... It's kind of hard to explain. I haven't really read much of his stuff, but it's sort of like ironies and...
Okay.
Yeah.
That's fine. And Cuffs.
Oh, one of my favorites. It's a action comedy with Christian Slater, where where he'll occasionally talk to the audience like Ferris Bueller.
Oh, that's fair enough. So then we cut to the next. I mean, we had a couple of things we couldn't read anything on the actual shelves. When we got to the more famous list of movies we have here, so here we go. It should be very easy. I don't expect him to look at his phone at all for any of these. So, Big.
A boy wishes that he could be an adult and winds up turning into Tom Hanks.
Ghostbusters.
3 scientists set up a business busting ghosts.
And shout out to our friends over at Ghostbusters Minute. Drop Dead Fred.
A woman reconnects with her imaginary friend that was sealed away years ago, and his attempts to help her out wind up wrecking her life further.
Blues Brothers.
2 habitual criminals and blues musicians hit the road once more to try and raise money to save their orphanage.
I'm just going to say these both together because they're hysterical. Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure and Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey.
2 moronic teenagers travel through time to try and collect historical figures for History Report, and the sequel has them getting killed by robot doubles of themselves sent by someone who wants to make sure that their rosy future never comes to pass.
And by the way, for those, check out the very hysterical honest trailer for Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. That was a fan-voted honest trailer. It's actually a really cool honest trailer. You don't have to describe this one, but I want to plug some friends on this one. So, Back to the Future. I'm going to plug Back to the Future Minute with Scott Corelli, who was the past guest on this show. So I didn't have to explain the movie. I just wanted to plug some friends. Beer. I don't know if you know this one.
It's a comedy about a female advertising exec who winds up enlisting 3 schlubs who wind up stopping a robbery at a bar to be in her shockingly misogynistic ad campaign.
Bad News Bears.
The classic underdog sports movie about a alcoholic coach who winds up coaching a little league team.
I feel like that's always forgotten when people talk about sports movies. It's always forgotten. Of course, the legendary Beetlejuice.
2 recently deceased people want to have the people who have moved in scared out of their house, so they try to hire a bio-exorcist.
And finally, the last movie we actually were able to read the box for was Crocodile Dundee 2. Not Crocodile Dundee, Crocodile Dundee 2.
Basically the same as the first movie, only there we finally get to go to Mick's home down under.
So, by the way, before we move on, did you happen to see the Dundee Australian commercial?
No, I don't think I have.
Oh my God, absolutely classic. They trolled everybody. They did this thing where they actually got an all-star cast to do a fake trailer for a reboot of Crocodile Dundee. It's absolutely amazing. They fooled everybody with it. They did like a viral campaign where they said at the Super Bowl, we're going to air this, and everybody thought it was going to be a remake of Dundee. It was called Dundee. They messaged everybody. They played during the Super Bowl. And then the end of it, like, oh, this isn't really the movie trailer. This is the advertisement for Australian travel. I cracked up. I applaud them. Well done.
Bunch of trolls in Australia there.
They fooled everybody. Every single person watching that fell for it. Even me. Everybody fell for it. It was well done. Because the week before, all my entertainment podcasts were talking about how great we're going to do the Dundee remake. Why are they doing this? And then everybody was fooled. Well done.
Mic drop.
Oh, it was one of the highlights of the Super Bowl for me because it was a well-done moment. So,
and now with the interest from this, they actually do a Crocodile Dundee reboot.
So, okay. So, the next thing we see in the story is Randal.
I could see Russell Crowe doing it, though.
I forgot. I should look it up who was actually in the Dundee commercial because it was actually really, really funny. But back to this, though. Randal came around the store, and he's in this look of him. How would you describe his look?
Orgasmic.
It's like, wow, the wonders.
I work in a shitty video store. Well, when you see this, he's right.
Very much so. Very much so.
They don't even have the frickin' boxes for their cases.
Oh, my God.
Although I highly doubt it has something as critically acclaimed as Ass Blasters from Outer Space.
A valid point. All right, so right in the middle of this, we're trying to read more videos off the shelves, and all of a sudden we cut right to a hug, right between Dante and Caitlin, and they're very happy to see each other. I guess this is actually a warm moment.
And the reason why they suddenly cut from that, the rest of the scene with Randall at the video store accidentally got ruined on the editing machine.
Seriously?
Yeah, it accidentally burned up on the editing machine.
Oh, really? I did not know that. That's interesting information.
I think if you actually look in the script, the rest of the scene might still be there.
I will punch the script up, and I'll let you know in a second. All right. Well, you mentioned the script, and I do have the script in front of me, and there is something that was cut, and it was Jay and Bob outside the store doing their own thing like they do. So here we go. Jay saying, "That's the price, my brother," and the kind of name John, "Yo, I don't have that kind of cash." And Jay, "For this kind of hash, you need that kind of cash." I can imagine this actually airing in the
as far as slogans go, that's not bad.
No, it's not. Apparently Jay is going to John K's party at 10. Then John here said, by the way, so John is talking to him, but they're going to John K's party. So there's two Johns involved in this story. I can see why this got cut, because this is really confusing.
Yeah, because two Johns, things you hear about from prostitutes.
Oh, so Jay goes to Silent Bob. "My man is deaf. I'm going to John K's party."
John Crifalucci, the creator of Ren and Stimpy?
No. Yelling, and then he says, and then quieter, "Nah." John goes and says, "Yo, don't sell all that, because I'm going to get the cash and buy it from you at John K's." What is going on here? Like, what is happening outside the store? Wait. Okay, this is even better. So John K's party is at a church. Because the next line is, "The only place I don't bring my drugs is church, and that ain't till Sunday morning." What the fuck is going on?
Well, the party's probably there because, hey, you can just sin and repent in a convenient location.
What the fuck? And then Jay ends the scene. Oh my god! What the fuck? I can see why this got cut, but like I can picture this scene. So the scene ends with Jay turning to Silent Bob and saying, "It's motherfuckers like that who give recreational drug users a bad name." Hey, and then suddenly spots someone off camera. "Hey, baby, you ever had your asshole licked?"
What the?
And then that's the jump. So everything that happened with Randall's not even in the script. That's all obviously what's happened on here. That's not in the script. That happened, then we cut here. We cut back in the store.
Oh, actually, here I was wrong.
Go for it.
Vincent Pereira originally had a scene in which Randall talks to a clerk at Big Choice Video, a perfect clerk, but the sound machine gave way in the middle of the take and they had to scrap the scene. Sound survives up until that point.
Fair enough.
So I was wrong. I must have thought of something else.
It's okay. That's fine. You looked it up, and that's fine. So anyway, back to where we are. Dante and Caitlin are talking. She just got into town, and apparently she had an 8-hour train ride to get here to New Jersey, and that's where we're about to end things. But first, we had a customer show up. The customer is actually Silent Bob, and in the Film School Rejects article, at one point in Silent Bob buys sugar. When asked if they're cutting their dope of having a sugar high by one of the commentators, Smith points out that the scene of Jay eating a box of sugar after the ambulance pulls away later. Years later, in Chasing Amy, Jay is seen eating sugar.
Yeah.
Why not?
Hey, when you run out of crack,
whatever works, right?
I'm actually wondering if they're going to actually have a snort sugar.
You know, that's not even that far-fetched.
Yeah.
All right, well, that's that. Got anything else? Are we good? We covered a lot.
No, I think we're good, actually.
Yeah, we covered a lot in there. So that being said, let's wrap this bad boy up. You can find us on Facebook and Twitter and Instagram. Go to Instagram. I actually post a lot of stuff over there. I actually repost stuff from the Jay and Silent Bob Secret Stash Instagram page a lot of times, and stuff from Kevin Smith himself. And I just put something up from Marilyn Gigliotti. Like, I'm always reposting stuff over on our Clerks Minute, things having to do with the movie and having to do with shooting Clerks and things like that. So check that out from us. It's actually really cool, and I like to get some opinion over there. The Filling the Void Podcast Network, we are a part of that. And you can find us everywhere you can hear podcasts. Please rate and review. So let's get out of here. Till next time.